don't cry just because we're sad. Think about it. If that were true, then why do we cry when we are happy, frustrated, or overwhelmed? Now here's something absolutely wild. We are the only species on Earth that cries emotional tears, which means your body might be using crying to get rid of something dangerous. And if you can't cry, that might be a problem. By the end of this video, you'll never look at crying the same way ever again. But before we dive into why we cry, we need to understand what tears actually are. As it turns out, not all tears are created equal because there are 3 types of tears. First up, basal tears. You've got them right now. They are eye lotion, working 24/7 so your eyeballs don't turn into raisins. Then we have reflex tears, the ones that show up when you're chopping onions, when somebody sprays bear mace on your face, or when you accidentally looked directly at the sun. But here's where it gets really interesting. Emotional tears. We cry when we are sad or happy, but mostly when we are in emotional pain. And here's what's interesting. Emotional tears are chemically different from the other 2 types. Scientists found out that emotional tears contain more protein and different hormones than reflex tears. They've got stress hormones like cortisol, and they've got natural painkillers like leucine and kephalin. If that's not wild, I don't know what is. So here's the $1,000,000 question. Why? Why do we cry and how come animals don't? Sure, your dogs might whimper when you leave, but they're not shedding actual tears about it. Your cat? Definitely not crying. They're too busy plotting an evil scheme. You're not just expressing emotion when you cry. You are literally dumping stress hormones like cortisol out of your body, which means holding back your tears doesn't make you stronger. It makes you chemically stressed. But that raises a question. Why do tears work best when someone else is watching? Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone crying and just walked away? Never. Tears are almost impossible to ignore, and that is another reason we cry. We do it to communicate. It lets others know that we need help. From the moment we're born, crying is our first form of communication. Babies can't say, "I'm hungry," or "my diaper situation is critical," so they cry. And it works. As adults, tears still work like magic. They instantly communicate vulnerability in a way that words sometimes can't. Our brains are wired to respond to tears with empathy and comfort. It's like evolution's way of making sure we take care of each other. Now the next one gets personal. Some researchers believe that emotional tears evolved specifically to help humans bond with each other. When you cry in front of someone, you're basically saying, "I trust you enough to be vulnerable with you." And when someone comforts you while crying, oxytocin, the bonding hormone, gets released in both of you. Crying can be good for you. Studies show 90% of people feel better after crying. Crying is normal and healthy, but if you're crying constantly, or you can't cry at all, or crying doesn't help anymore, that can be a sign something deeper is going on. And that's okay. Mental health is health. Sometimes your brain just needs a tune-up, and there's no shame in reaching out to a therapist or a counselor. Here's my hot take. Crying doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. So, the next time you feel those tears coming, don't fight them. Remember the science. Your body is trying to release stress and communicate a need. If you didn't like and subscribe yet, that's fine. I'll just cry. Thanks for watching, and remember, your tears are valid, your feelings matter, and you're doing better than you think.